You remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take a sip of you, baby. I'm swerving from left to right, left to right. You remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take two more shots, you know I'm swerving from left to right. All night. Would you call me old fashioned if I kiss you in the rain in Manhattan? Oh, I can't wait until my lips are on yours. I can't help the way that I'm feeling. The way you look tonight is so appealing. Hold up, I need to pace myself. You're the bullet to my heart, I swear. I swear. Only took one shot. Only took one shot. The only thing I'll promise is I'll give you all I've got. Oh, you remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take a sip of you, baby. I'm swerving from left to right, left to right. You remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take two more shots, you know I'm swerving from left to right.
Yeah, look, alright. Now pretty bourbon brown eyes, can I grab you off the shelf?
No, I liked it. Hello. You catch me laughing. Hi everybody. I am Lisa the X, aka Brown Whiskey Woman. Hello, London Michelle. So London, you like the new emotes? I got some new emotes. Yeah. I like the little minion laughing. That was one of the ones I chose. But hey London, I mean you ain't here, so what's up, girl? What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking? How you macking? What's macking? How you crack-a-lacking? Yeah, we're already laughing. I'm already laughing. Malik already laughing too. We already been laughing. We even leaned a little bit. It was like a practice lean. We just, to start it. So London, when you came in, did you see the disclaimer or the warning for mature audiences and all that stuff? Did that come up? Yeah, you're crackle sick. Did you see that when you came in? Because I think I saw that on the stream. Because that's I'm trying to be righteous and follow Twitch guidelines. So I saw it. I saw it come up. I just wanted to know that London see it come up because London needs to know these things about guidelines and stuff. Guidelines, rules, all of that. So yeah. Hey, A. McKee, how you doing? Who else came in here? Oh, hey, Blue Majesty, how you doing? Happy birthday again. Blue Majesty celebrated her birthday last week, but happy birthday again. So what's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. Or should I say Thursday?
Thursday.
That's what my guest came in here saying. Thursday. So we are not gonna be so 8th grade today. We're gonna be a little bit 8th grade because that's how my mind works, but we're going to bump this up. This content today is going to be a little bit more like senior in high school. Maybe we even graduated. We might be like freshmen in college. I don't know. And that's because today there's a little bit of sexual content. We're talking about bras and bows and stuff like that and garnishes and extra stuff. So hide your wife, hide your kids. Because they're right for everybody. I mean, all of that. We want to make sure that you take care of that. So, and your husbands too. We want to make sure that you, all of your peoples know what this stream is about and understand that there might be some things said that maybe you don't want your children or your folks to hear. You know, maybe it's stuff that you don't want people to really know about you, and they might be discussed on this stream. So that is my disclaimer for this evening. Just putting that out there. So I am live from Lock and Key Media Studios here in ATL. He might stick his little beige hand out there and wave. I don't know. We'll see. As he turns off the lights on me. So forget him. Hey, Aunt Diddy. Hey, Uncle Diddy. Happy Thursday. How you all doing? Oh, see, I've been on like 2 minutes and I already got the lights turned off on me. I am sure you're old enough to be here. It's just, do you want to be here and hear all of the shit that we're about to talk about? That's the thing. That's it. So, I am here with my special guest today who just happens to be an expert on bras and bows and Maker's Mark and all of the stuff that we're going to be talking about today. And y'all, I did not know this until last week when he came in here. He is an 8th grade teacher. How apropos. So introduce yourself to the peoples.
Hi, people.
That's his introduction. Hey, CBT.
Happy Thursday. Happy Thirsty.
And so it begins.
Hi, Diddy's in London and Crazy Berry Town. So excited to be here. This is my third. It's my third time here.
Tree.
Third time. So excited. I'm a father. I'm an educator. I identify as a teacher thug. I keep my hot glue gun on me at all times, just in case it pops off in these rugged hallways. The only problem is it takes a minute to warm up when you plug it in, but once it's hot, it's on and popping. My pronouns are real knuckle. And just respect my feelings if you can.
Wow.
Sorry. Those are my pronouns, though, Lock and Key Media. That's how I identify.
And this is how we roll. I totally did not expect him to say that. I'm like, I already feel like I should be leaning. I've had nothing to drink today except for water.
I'm so ready. Now, are we going to wait like we did last time? Because last time it was a good 45-minute wait.
No.
Before.
We're not. Hey, Lady G, how you doing? No, we're not going to wait.
It's torture.
We're going to get into this.
Yes.
And I'm going to just pour up some drinks, right? So, hey, Stormy, how you doing? Stormy?
And I appreciate that.
Are you dressed for the occasion, Stormy? Just say yes or no. Don't go into any details. We'll get into that a little bit later when we start talking about the bras and the bows and all of that. We just going to start off with some drinking.
Yay.
Because, yeah. But let me tell you what we're going to be talking about so you know what we're going to be talking about. So when we talk about it, you know what we're talking about. So we're starting off talking about Maker's Mark. We are drinking fancy today. So we are drinking Maker's Mark 46. And I'll read the bottle in a few minutes because it's fancy stuff. We're going to be talking about bras and bows on bras and why are there bows on bras? Because I found out there's a real reason for this. We're going to be talking about some garnishes, some other fancy stuff that I have over here to the side. We're going to be talking to Malik, who is a bra expert, or at least that's what I had heard. And then we're going to just, drink and laugh and we might get on the pole or do a pole, or, well, we won't be getting on a pole. That slipped. But we'll probably do a poll about whether or not you like bras and bows and all of that.
There it is.
And there we go. So yeah. So anyway, and can I just tell you all that Malik is also, besides being an expert on bras, which he didn't know he was till right this moment. Just now he found out he was an expert. But he is an expert on makers.
I am.
Because he has tried every expression, every iteration Makers has. And we're drinking Makers because I know Makers is one of his favorites.
And I appreciate that.
So.
Oh, do we have, that was a great question, Stormy Waters. Hi. Do we have polls today?
We have one poll today.
Yes.
That we will do a little bit later on.
Yes.
We'll do that. So, but I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to pour up some stuff. But before we do that, you all know how I am about when things don't go quite right on my show. Like I'm trying to show you something and then it doesn't quite work out. So last week I talked about absinthe. So this is a glass of absinthe. You see this little green liquor here. And you remember I informed you all that it is made from anise seeds and wormwood, right? Which gives it the green color. Supposedly it has hallucinogenic properties in it if it's taken in high quantities. So if you all recall, I told you the story about Vincent van Gogh. They say that he cut off his ear because he was high off of absinthe. So yeah. So what I was telling you all last week was that when you add cold water to it, it gets cloudy. And it didn't quite work because my water wasn't cold. So we got to do a do-over. So we starting off with our do-over.
And when you say we?
We, as in me.
Okay.
So I'm going to pour a little bit of cold water in here. Now I want you all to see how clear it is. You see that lovely green liquid, also known as green fairy. Because supposedly you would see fairies after you drink it. So we're going to add a little bit of cold water. And swirl it around. And you see how it thickens? It gets a little bit cloudier. Or it's supposed to, right? Mm-hmm. Now see, I tried this upstairs. There we go. Y'all see how it got cloudier?
It's magic.
It is magic. So supposedly that kind of releases the hallucinogens. The hallucinogens. Am I saying that right? Hey, oh so salty, how you doing? That's what happens. And people drink this straight. They take straight shots of this. I will not be drinking this straight. I will not be taking a straight shot. So I'm gonna just slide this over to the side unless you want to drink it.
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you.
You don't
Thank you for
want
offering.
You don't want to hallucinate or any of that.
No,
kind of stuff?
I'm okay with the hallucinations today.
Oh, okay.
I'm an educator, so I pre-gamed
okay.
before I got here.
All right. So let's put that over to the side. This is the bottle of the absinthe right there. That's what it looks like. The green liquid comes from inside of this bottle. It's 110 proof.
Oh.
Okay. A lot of people will just kind of line the inside of the glass, like a rinse, and then pour their cocktail in it. And of course, you have a lot of cocktails that are made with it. So anyway, just wanted to do that. Wanted to show you all that. So that was our review. But let's get into our Maker's Mark.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's get into that. So let's talk about makers before we pour it up. I promise to keep it brief, right? So Bill and Margie Samuels in 1953 decided to start Maker's Mark, and they are housed under Beam Suntory. So Beam, of course, makes Jim Beam and Suntory whiskey, which is a Japanese whiskey, in Laredo, Kentucky. I mean, it seems like every distillery in the world is in Kentucky, right? Or Tennessee. So Bill was an engineer. Shout out to the engineers, right? Turned bourbon maker. And I have learned just through researching that it's like a lot of engineers and a lot of pharmacists, It seemed like they turned to distillation. I don't know what it is about that. I guess it's, similar. I don't know. But anyway, his wife is responsible for all of the packaging, including the hand-dipped red wax on the top of it, right? She decided that the look of the bottle should be distinctive. She said that the red wax would be like the mark of the maker. Mm-hmm. So that's how she came up with that.
So you have to dip the tip.
You have to dip the tip. It's very important. See, I told y'all. Oh, and also Salty said a lot of chemists too. Yeah, a lot of chemists. You're right. So the recipe or the mash bill for this, 70% corn, 16% wheat, red winter wheat to be specific, and then 14% malted barley. So the wheat is what gives it a little softer taste. So if you're one of those people that drinks whiskey or drinks bourbon, and whiskey's a category, bourbon falling underneath it, that thinks it's harsh or it has kind of a strong flavor to it, you will probably like Maker's Mark because its second ingredient is wheat. And that's what gives it the softer taste. So a lot of people really like it.
I like it.
We know you like it.
A lot.
A lot.
I've been to the distillery.
You've been to the distillery.
Twice.
I have not been to the distillery.
And they allow you to dip your own tip.
Ooh, y'all hear that? He said that, y'all.
As long as you like.
As long as you like, you can dip the tip. Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. It is double distilled, which removes a lot of the impurities, and it is distilled in copper, which definitely helps to remove a lot of the impurities.
I saw that.
And they rotate the barrels in the rick house, which is where all of the liquor is stored, by hand. Still.
I saw that.
525-pound barrels.
And the
whiskey.
distillery is not that big, actually.
Yeah, most distilleries aren't.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I've
a lot
only
of
been
them
to
aren't.
Makers.
Yeah, a lot of them aren't. Hey, LaWanda, how you doing? It is aged to taste, not for a certain amount of time, which is something a little bit different because a lot of distilleries just age their whiskey for a certain amount of time and then they pour it up into the bottles, but they age it to taste.
Toddler whiskey.
No toddler whiskey there. It is usually aged roughly about 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, they showed us.
So
it's an amazing tour.
So there you go.
Thoroughly enjoyed the tour.
Go to the tour.
Yeah, do the tour.
He's telling you, go to the tour. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Do it. So we are talking about the 46, and I'm going to put on my glasses because I want to read the bottle because there's a lot of stuff on the bottle, and I always tell you all, read your bottle, right? So first of all, did you notice that it has no E in whiskey? Did you notice that? Y'all see that? No E in whiskey? Do you know why?
No, why?
It is a shout out to the Samuel Scottish heritage. So any country where whiskey is made and there's no E in the name of the country, it's whiskey without an E.
Interesting.
So in the United States, we have an E, right? So our whiskey has an E in it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Wait. So, but this was made here.
Yes, but it's a shout out to their Scottish heritage.
Oh.
So that's the reason why it's whiskey with no E.
Interesting.
So there's a lot of writing on here. A whole lot of writing.
Yeah, there's a paragraph.
So first of all, it's Maker's Mark number 46. It is Kentucky straight bourbon, whiskey barrel finished with 10 virgin French oak staves. So staves are the wood pieces that make up the barrel, basically. It says, Bill Jr. finished this expression with virgin oak, French oak staves for extra wood spice, bolder notes of vanilla and caramel, and a longer finish. It was stave profile number 46 that did the trick. It is 94 proof. 47% alcohol by volume. So that's how we came up with the 94 proof. And then on the other side, there is the paragraph.
Would you like me to handle that?
Yes, I would like for you to handle it. And I want you to pay attention to what the hell they say it tastes like. So when I ask you what this tastes like, you do not say liquor.
Tastes like liquor.
And I'm going to let you pour it up too. Hey, out loud.
Dark liquor.
That is not what it says.
Okay, let's see here. You know, I like to use my NPR voice, but then trying to read and use that, it might be. Okay, so a few years back, I became obsessed with creating a new version of Maker's Mark with amplified notes of vanilla, caramel, and spice while offering a longer finish without the bitterness my dad was so opposed to. After a lengthy process of trial and error, I landed on the idea of finishing fully matured Maker's Mark in the barrel for a little bit longer with a special chosen French oak stave. And we had a winner. If I have a legacy, I guess this is it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Bill Samuels Jr., son of the founders, Bill and Margie. Miss Hollywood Cole, how are you?
Hello, Miss Hollywood Cole.
That's my dean of students, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Outlaw. How are you?
If I didn't shout, Psalmist, hey, how are you?
Hey, Psalmist.
Hi, guys. I'm up in here reading paragraphs.
Yes, he is. And did he not read that like the 8th grade school teacher that he is? That was excellent.
I was using my finger.
Were you following along with?
I had to use my finger.
So he dipped his tip and he used his finger.
I've dipped my tip twice.
So here we go. I want to say that boy good. Hey, lady
thank you,
star.
Lawanda. Thank you.
So this is how we're starting today, and I imagine this is how it will continue. It will only intensify, and this is probably how we end as well.
Yeah, because we haven't had anything to drink yet.
No, we haven't. But
been
we're
on for
how many minutes?
a few minutes now.
A few minutes. Okay, so how about you
A few minutes.
Pour it up.
May I?
Yes, you may pour it. Pour it up.
Well, thank you so very much.
Let's,
Where are we going here? Are we going with your glass or are we going
These 3 are yours
These are...
and these 3 are mine. But let's just start with one. We're just going to take a straight shot. Y'all hear that gurgle? Okay. We're supposed to be tasting.
It is a taste.
Do you all see this? You all can see this, right? Do you all see this? This is...
Happy thirsty.
Okay, you see, he just ready to drink. He just come on my show so he can drink.
I came to see the brown whiskey woman on the thirsty.
Cheers. You guys
Cheers,
have,
Twitch.
if you all have the cheers emote, and we have some new emotes, if you notice, please put the cheers emote up and let's drink. Oh my God. Did y'all see the way he threw that back?
So tasty.
We didn't nose it. We didn't do nothing.
I can taste the vanilla and the cherry.
Okay. Do you know what it smelled like? Did you even smell it? I mean,
I forgot to do
hey,
that.
Big Stove. I mean, he just threw
Big
it
Stove
back,
salute.
right?
Here,
Oh,
let me fix
go,
it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
fix it.
Yeah. Can somebody send the Uber right now for him? I'm gonna just. Okay. So what does it smell like? To you? Smell it. What does it smell like? This is called nosing. What does it smell like? I didn't even get. I didn't get a damn chance to say nothing.
Oh, I definitely. This one.
Okay. What does it smell like?
Makers.
Uncle
Smells-
Diddy, the lean is about to start. Okay. All right. So
I can smell probably what it is that you smell. What did you?
then I can smell whatever you smell. Hey Tank. So I smell caramel or caramel, however you want to say it. And I smell spice.
Spice. I smell spice.
Okay.
It's spicy.
It is spicy.
Okay, so
And a little bit of vanilla.
and I see them there, but it's like a cinnamony, earthy kind of that type of thing going on.
I would agree. It is something
little
cinnamonish.
spicy.
Cinnamonish.
Yeah, it's kind of spicy.
We'll just make up a word. Hey, Kay Marie. Cinnamonish on it. Okay. So now this time I want you to drink it slowly.
Oh, okay.
Okay, slowly. Don't just throw it back.
Okay.
Don't take it to the head, kid.
All right.
Let's savor this a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna savor this one.
Okay.
Put some on my palate.
Yes, on your palate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is my first time tasting this version of Makers. Okay, let me.
Yeah, it's kind of cinnamony.
Now,
I know it's not supposed to be, but
this tastes a little rough to me.
it is rough.
Yeah, this is a little rough to me.
It's not my favorite.
It's not smooth. He did say it wasn't his favorite.
Yeah, regular is my favorite.
Okay. So those fancy, aged staves, French oak staves, they not add nothing to this.
Yeah, it made it bitter.
It does, yeah.
Because Makers is kind of sweet.
Yeah, Makers is sweet. And yeah, it's got a bitterness. And I talk about the Kentucky hug, which is that burn you get, like kind of when it hits the throat, as they say. I can feel that. I can feel the kick on that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
for me, I would need to mix this with something or add something to it, because just it on its own,
Yeah.
neat. I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
So on a scale from 1 to 5, what do you rate this?
I'll give it a 3. It's not a fave.
Okay. I'll go with you. I'm gonna give it like a 3, maybe a 2.5, because I don't think I would buy this again.
Yeah, regular Makers is more tame.
Yes, it is definitely smoother.
Yeah.
So we might switch out to some regular Makers. Just saying.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
Okay, we might switch out, but yeah. So we're talking about this. So we both give it a 3. That's our take on it. So this is their first new release since 1953. It was released in 2010. It starts off as standard Maker's Mark, and then they add these heavily seared French oak staves, as they call them.
Maybe it's the sear that we taste.
Perhaps so.
Maybe that tastes burnt.
And the word that they used, this, was
shaved, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't shaved.
What was it?
It was viscous. So viscous is a word that basically means something between a liquid and solid state.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
Viscous. And it's spelled Viscous. And viscous is actually something when I was studying to become an executive bourbon steward that they talk about. And it's kind of, how does it feel in your mouth? Like, what is it? How is it sliding over the palate? How is it sliding over the tongue? Yeah, I said that. Viscous. Yeah, I said that. I mean, shit, you already done kicked it off. You done talked about dipping the tip and putting your finger in it. So, you know what, I can't talk about?
This is your show.
I mean,
don't mind me.
So, yeah, viscous. That viscous does sound like a disease.
Yeah,
I agree, Stormy.
Sounds like something very difficult to get rid of.
Hollywood calls it like mucus.
Yo, you'd never believe it. I got the viscous.
The viscous. Hey, double 72. double 72. I'm sorry.
Double 72.
How
Salute.
How are you?
Coppin State University is in here. HBCU love.
Okay.
That's my other dean of students.
That's your other dean of students.
For the after school
Welcome,
special.
other dean of students, for the after school special.
DJ Tank, salute.
Yes. So, yes, viscous. So, and I would say this has a very interesting viscous, because it does taste a little bit thick to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Viscous.
Yeah. So, yeah, we probably, on the break, I think I might switch us out to something else.
Oh, I could care less. I'm just glad to be off work.
But I think what we are going to do, we're going to experiment with this a little bit. We're going to add some things, which is why we have the 3 glasses here.
Oh, okay.
We're going to add some of the garnishes and different things to see, does it add to it?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Moni G, how you doing? So we're gonna do a little bit of experimentation, but I think when we have our real drink, like our proper drink, I think we're gonna go with the regular.
So this isn't the proper
drink.
drink.
This is not but you. For somebody that didn't like it, I mean, damn.
Did I mention that I teach 8th grade English in public school? Somebody remind me again, what are my pronouns? I'm going to see if anybody's paying attention around here.
Okay, so...
Anybody in the chat, just seeing if you were paying attention.
If you were paying attention, type it in the chat. Don't say it out loud. Just type it in the chat, right? I mean, I'm trying to keep my little liquor show. Thank you, London. Yes, London was paying attention.
I'm an educator.
He is an educator, and those are his pronouns.
I identify.
CBT got it.
I identify as a teacher thug. Yes.
Yes, as a teacher thug. That is what he said.
Thank you, Crazy Berrytown.
So, should we talk about the garnishes or should we just go on to the bras? Which one should we do?
Garnishes.
Garnishes, and then we'll do the bras last.
As soon as I get a couple more in me.
Okay, a couple more, because, pour
I'm an
pour
expert.
it up. Yeah, pour it. Okay, let's talk about these garnishes so that we can move into some stuff.
I'm an expert.
Because he is an expert. So, on the bras and the makers. So,
y'all buckle up.
Let's talk about these garnishes.
Yes.
So I thought that it would be cool. You know, we know about kind of like the standard garnishes. You know, you have your lemons and your limes and your olives and cherries and all of that stuff, right? Yep, cherries.
Yes.
Now, I have a cherry allergy, so I really don't indulge in the cherries. But I want to talk about some cherries because, you know, cherries, you know, can be really, really fancy. So the first one I want to talk about is a very popular brand called Luxardo cherries. And Luxardo are named after the gentleman who created them. They come out of Italy. And these are fancy maraschino cherries. They are the original maraschino cherries. And you can see how deep it is in color on the side of that. And it is a certain type of cherry that makes them this color, right? But that's what it looks like from the front. And these are probably some of the best. They are not cheap. They run about maybe $19 or $20 a jar.
Yikes.
Depending on where you live. But if you like maraschino cherries, they're well worth it. They are well worth it.
Okay.
Hey, Wins, how you doing? They also have cherries that are finished in port wine. Other types of wine. I mean, they have all types of stuff out there. And what I advise for you to do is when you go to the liquor store, go to the area where they sell like the bitters and the other accoutrements, like the olives and all of that fancy stuff, and look for the Luxardo cherries there or see what other types of cherries they have. Okay.
Cherries.
So see, Crazy Berrytown said she found some Woodford Reserve cherries at Sam's and they were excellent. So, and I can imagine that they would be. And now I will say this, when I run across something different, I will try them. And when I say I have a cherry allergy, basically I could probably eat one or two, but after that,
Or what are the effects?
I will need an EpiPen and a trip to the emergency room.
Understood. Let's not have that.
So
tonight.
we don't want to have that. But one or two.
I'll take the cherry.
Yeah. Okay. One or
For the
two,
team.
we could do that. You will take a cherry
I'll
the.
take a cherry for
You'll
the team.
take a cherry for the team. Okay. So, oh shoot. Okay.
Let me get that.
I had to do a little. Oh, look at me being all strong and stuff.
Yeah, that was impressive.
That was, wasn't it? So
this goes in the. Okay, cool.
So.
Oh, you want to stab it?
Okay.
Just go ahead and stab it up.
Just go ahead. Well, wait a minute. Let me see if I can just stab it up. I guess I should have had a spoon.
Yeah.
Or something, right? So hold on. We going.
Just stab it.
I don't want to just stab it.
It's fine. I'm okay with it.
My hands are clean though.
I'm sure they are.
Okay. So hold on.
It's post-COVID society we live in. No, seriously, just stab it. Just
There we go.
Okay. This is.
So now, are you going to try it with the whiskey?
Is that how I'm supposed
Yes,
to do it?
because these are your garnishes.
Okay.
So I want you to pour just like a little bit of whiskey over top of that.
So this and just whiskey, no other garnish.
No other garnish.
I
We're
have
just going to
no
go with that.
problem
Just a
doing
little
that.
bit. Just a little bit.
A smidge.
Just
Ding.
a skosh. Just a skosh.
That didn't work.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to give him some lessons on how to
Some
pour the
napkins,
whiskey.
K-Lock.
We got some
My
stuff.
apologies in advance.
Get me
All right,
kicked out
so
of
now
here.
what am I supposed to do
So
here?
just swirl it around a little bit.
I'm gonna swirl it.
Okay.
Am I gonna nose this bad boy?
Yeah. Nose it. Do you smell the cherry? And I may try this. This I might be willing to try.
No, let's not. Let's
Okay,
not. There's
just
plenty
one.
other garnishes over here.
Okay.
I'm seeing your
yes,
stash.
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm peeping your garnish stash.
Okay.
All right.
And then look at that, perfectly stabbed.
See, that's what I was asking you to do earlier. You didn't
I know, I didn't listen. Hard-headed.
didn't want to defile the cherry.
I did not.
All right. So am I tasting this, or am I gonna let this marinate?
Taste it.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh. Y'all heard that?
See, I got that. See, all that flavor. Caught all that. I caught that.
Taste the cherry. Mm-hmm. So you're. What do you think of the cherry?
It's like an explosion of flavor in my mouth.
So was the cherry good?
I like that cherry.
You like that cherry?
Oh yeah, I like that cherry.
Okay.
I've had a lot of, how do you pronounce it? Maraschino cherries.
Maraschino cherries. That's excellent, isn't it?
That's pretty good there. And
So-
I don't have an allergy.
So on a scale from 1 to 5,
The cherry?
the cherry, because we're
Well,
recommending.
I'm not an expert on cherries. I'm an expert on bras.
Okay, we know that, but what's your rating on this though?
For a maraschino cherry, that's definitely a 5.
Okay.
That was tasty. That was tasty. It wasn't. Yeah, it was different than the regular bright red.
Right.
Yeah. Now I don't know. Are these black cherries?
No, they are a
just
particular
regular cherries?
No, they're not regular cherries. They are a particular brand or particular type, I should say.
Do we have to read? This
I got to
too?
read. I got to read it
Okay.
on the back of it because
Okay,
I want to
let's
see
read
it. It's called the Maresca cherry. Maresca cherry. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correct, but the Maresca cherry, and it is distilled by Luxardo.
I like that cherry.
Yes. So this would be worth. Would you say this would be worth the $20?
No,
Okay,
not for $20.
not for $20,
but for right
good.
now,
But good.
For right now, it's awesome.
But it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think it helped out with the what were the staves?
The French staves, the French
Vanilla,
oak
caramel,
staves.
and spice. Oh
Okay.
yeah, spice. Yeah, they didn't say which spice though.
No, because it's a secret recipe. They don't want to give away. They can't tell you
was
all
cinnamon.
that. I mean, they gave you the basic recipe,
It was
the wheat
cinnamon.
and the corn and the barley, but then it's like some type of proprietary yeast or something that they use.
Yeah, maybe nutmeg,
Maybe.
but
Maybe.
it was spicy.
Yeah, because they don't want anybody to duplicate it. So that's the reason why they don't do all of that.
Yeah.
So yes, very good. And CBT, I got you on the cherries. We were right here in Atlanta together. So
Exactly, Stormy.
I know
like
where to
dark
go.
cherries.
Yes, dark cherries are good.
Yeah.
So okay, my 8th grade mine, and I told you all we were gonna be
There we go.
I told you we were
There it
going to be
is.
like 12th grade, but my 8th grade mine kind
There
of
it
went
is.
there on the cherries and I got the lights. I'm going to keep it moving because we're going to try to get through these garnishes so we can talk about these bras, right? Because we want to talk about these bras.
Because I'm an expert.
Because he is an expert on the bras. So we have some strawberries. And these are strawberries in heavy syrup.
Okay.
Okay, so
Are you
wait.
allergic to strawberries?
I am not allergic to
Yes,
strawberries.
let's get it.
So yeah, I'm gonna try these. So I see my little label was on there, but these are called Fragola. What does that say? Lord,
Oh,
Fragola.
if this is another language, I don't have a clue.
Fragola Fabry?
It looks like Fabry.
Fabry. Fragola Fabry.
Yeah.
And they're strawberries in heavy syrup. And that is what that bottle looks like. And this was recommended to me when I went to the liquor store. The young lady there was very helpful. I told her I was doing a show on Garnishes. So she was like, you've got to try these. These are really, really good. So we're going to try them.
Let's get it.
Let's do that. So
Just let me get that for you.
yes, please.
Use some of this patriarchy.
Yes, please.
No problem.
Yes. I usually like
Yikes.
kind of.
Gee whiz. Wait.
Woo. Okay. So
Patriarchy
here
one,
we go.
I guess. I don't know. Those are strawberries.
These
huh?
are strawberries.
Okay. And they're from where?
We gonna read the back of them.
We gotta read some more. Okay.
Yeah, we gonna read
All
some.
right.
Oh shoot, let me just spear. I really should have gotten a spoon.
Yeah, a
Little-
spoon would work, but you can stab
Yeah.
that bad boy on up.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Now this I'm gonna try because I do like strawberries. Man, for some reason I don't know what I was thinking. All right.
Also notice that your first shot is still sitting there untouched.
Because hey Cruz, how you doing? And thank you for the
See,
resub.
Cruz.
Happy 22 months.
Hi.
So yeah, I'm distributing. I know how to pace myself. I don't want to have to need a designated driver. I want to be able to drive my cell phone.
Pace.
Pace. That's what I said. So you pour a little bit up, and we're gonna try
Oh,
this.
it's just a little bit in this?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit, because just a little.
Just a little.
Okay. So we're gonna try this. So cheers.
Oh, are we nosing this?
We're nosing it. Can you smell the strawberry? I only
Yeah,
smell
I actually
liquor.
do. Yeah, I
don't.
smell the strawberry.
I don't. Hey, Miss KB. Now I like that. It took a little bit of the edge off that whiskey.
The cherry is better.
I believe you. I believe a cherry could be better. Just saying.
Yeah, the
But I
cherry's
like
better.
it. Okay, K Marie, thank you. If I need to crash on K-Lock's couch, I will. But you said the cherry's better. See, now you're
Cherry's
making me
better.
want to taste it.
Yeah,
though.
we're not
Just
going to do
want-
that. You got
Okay.
like 49 other garnishes over here. And this,
Okay. So on a scale from 1 to 5, what do you give a strawberry?
yeah, 2.
A 2. Okay.
Not big on the strawberry.
So listen, I'm gonna just taste the strawberry itself. The strawberry is good on its own. Okay, you just need to taste one.
No, I had the cherry first. Cherry's better.
No, you need to taste this. Come
All
on,
right, I
don't be,
just tasted one.
don't be like
Why
this.
can't I get another cherry?
You said why can't I?
Discrimination. Can I get another cherry?
Yes, you can get another cherry.
Thank you. Would you like me to grab it? I know you've been struggling with these cherries.
No, I've been struggling with the cherries.
Cherry's been a task.
I am not a I'm not a cherry popper.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Not interested.
Here we go, y'all.
I'm kind of old for that shit.
All right.
So anyway.
Thank you for stabbing that one. That
Okay, I
was-
stabbed that one. So now you got a cherry and a strawberry in there.
Yes.
So pour a little whiskey in there. Let's see what that tastes like.
I know what it tastes like. I already had it. I'm trying to pace myself.
Okay. Now he's trying to pace himself. You see this dent we putting in this bottle? Hey, Miss Yvonne, how you doing?
Hi, Miss Yvonne.
I mean, by the time we get to the real drink, anyway. So I'm gonna put these over to the side, and we got to get to the bras soon because I'm having a hot flash. So so I'm gonna give you some other things on this list of alternatives for fancy garnishes. Dried fruit, which I happen to have a package of, and I just want to show it to you. This is from Trader Joe's. These are dried oranges.
That's what I'm talking about. Can't go wrong with the trader.
You know, you really can't.
That's why I get excited.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there we go.
Trader Joe's.
So Trader Joe's, so dried sweetened oranges. This
That's where I
could be-
usually get all my nuts.
He said that. He said that's where he usually get all his nuts.
Pistachios, smoked almonds. Now, they do have the unshelled pistachios. It's the nut meats.
Right.
Delicious.
Right.
There's
Psalmist.
nothing like a good handful of nut meats.
Okay.
Salty in your mouth. Trader Joe's.
Nut meat, salty in your mouth. Hey, Motor Gemini.
Oh yeah, they're in the car, Psalmist.
Hey, this is Sweet Tea.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Sea Crows. I get all my nuts from there.
Okay, where is? Woo! I had to break out my faloo for the king, cause yeah. Okay. Yes, he has
Nothing
been.
like it, Lock and Key. Nothing like it. You should try it.
Anyway,
You should try it.
other things that you can try. We talked about the dried fruit, edible flowers. They do have edible flowers. Cinnamon and nutmeg. We were talking about nuts, right? Nutmeg, cinnamon, a little bit sprinkled on the whiskey gives it a flavor. You want to try
Really?
this? Yeah. You want to try this one?
Sure.
Okay. As he pours
Let's get
up
it.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a splash.
Just try the nutmeg
Yes, because we're trying some things.
on my whiskey.
Okay. So I just put a little bit of nutmeg in there.
For those who follow me, none of this is surprising to you, what I'm saying.
None of it is surprising. So again, this is something a little bit different.
It doesn't smell any different.
I don't really smell any difference either. But okay, we're gonna try this. But did it not give it a different flavor though?
No, it enhanced.
I mean, but it was different.
That
right?
might be the spice that they're using.
I like it.
You cracked the code.
I like this with the nutmeg.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. It was a little bit too spicy.
Too spicy for you?
Yeah.
I like it. So on a scale from 1 to 5, what do you give this?
I don't want my drink spicy. Spicy food, I have no problem.
Okay. But no, you don't want your drink to be spicy.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Which is probably
that
why
was a
you like
lot.
Makers, because it's softer. It has that wheat in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like that
I've
though.
lost my edge. There's
It said he's lost his edge.
nothing hard about me at all. All the New Yorker is just gone.
Okay.
These palm olive hands can only endure but so much.
So much.
Yes, I
So
know.
much.
I'll leave the nutmeg. That's
Okay.
for you.
You'll leave that. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm good on that.
Now I do like rye whiskey,
Yeah.
which we've talked about that
Yeah,
before.
we did, yeah.
And so rye does have that spice to it. So that's
Yeah.
probably why I like it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad.
Okay.
Okay.
So
good.
we established that.
Yeah, I'll stick with the fruit though.
All right. So some other things we talked about the Luxardo cherries. We talked about the strawberries. Now I got another one for you that you all would not think about. What about candied bacon? Candied bacon.
Well, I don't eat beef or pork, so
Okay. Neither do I. But I'm showing this to you all. This is charcuterie or charcuterie, as somebody told me that it was
Charcuterie,
called
yes.
charcuterie. CBT for you.
what strain is that?
This is candied uncured bacon. And this is actually used a lot of times to cure in whiskey to give it a different flavor. And it's actually pretty good. Now, I'm a non-pork eater.
Right.
So, I mean, I know this has pork in it.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch it.
But I wanted to show this to you all because this is pretty good. This is a brown sugar cinnamon flavor. And it's good. It's really good. And it's surprisingly good in whiskey. It gives it a little bit of a flavor.
Yeah, I'm going to miss that.
And for me, I am going to say this. I mean, I'm not a pork eater. But I had this in a drink in Charleston. I was in Charleston, South Carolina. Let me get that out. Charleston, South Carolina. Slow down. And it was quite tasty. It was a garnish.
Yeah, I don't want the minister to be mad at me.
It was really good. So I bought this at World Market, and I think I paid about $3 or $4 for this. And it was just crumbled up in the drink. And then I think I had it another time, and they actually put it through, skewed it on a toothpick
They what?
Skewed it on a toothpick.
Okay.
That is what I said. They skewed it on a toothpick.
Gotcha.
And it was very tasty.
Yeah, that doesn't look like anything Trader Joe's would do.
No.
Yeah.
This is World Market.
Gotcha.
So this could be a really good garnish for you.
Exactly, you double.
And then another thing,
Peace
and we
to the
kind of
gods.
talked about this a little bit with the nutmeg. I want to show this. Cinnamon sticks, especially in your hot toddies. Okay, so if you make your warm drinks, your whiskey drinks, even if you just want something like creative to stir it with, the cinnamon sticks.
Can't that also be shaved?
It can be shaved, or you could just buy the cinnamon loose and sprinkle it in there. So
Do you have any loose cinnamon?
I do not have any loose cinnamon. I wanted
Can
to
we
show the
shave
sticks.
some of that? Is that from Trader Joe's?
This is from, I don't know where it's from.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
Then never mind.
Yes. But yes, see, Crazy Berry Town said mulled wine too, your hot toddies, apple cider, anything like that would be great with the cinnamon sticks. Add a little whiskey in there. It's going to add some flavor. So yes. I don't know. Why was Malik moaning?
Is that what I was doing, Cruz?
I heard you.
Moni Love 802.
Hey, Moni. I heard you. I heard you
Okay.
moan.
My
What did
bad.
you moan about? The cinnamon? Was the cinnamon sticks? Is that what did it for
Oh,
you?
it was like a disapproval moan?
No,
Or
it was,
I...
it was a moan.
Dang. And I'm in public. Jesus.
So is that what you're doing right now? ASMR right now? Is
No.
that what we're doing on the
I don't
mic?
even know what those letters stand for. What does that mean?
Pretty much when you're on the mic and you're eating potato chips,
Yeah.
crunching, groaning, moaning, all that.
Oh. No,
Okay.
I don't think I got excited there.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the
Mrs.
other
Sweet Tea,
garnishes.
how are you? If we missed anybody in the chat, pardon. It's
Pardon
a lot.
us.
Listen, over here at Lock and Key Media,
There's a lot going on.
there's a lot that goes on. So trying to do the chat, like I brought my phone over and I was like, oh, my phone is in the shot. Let me move that back out the way so it looks official in here. I don't want to mess anything up. Yeah, it's a lot, y'all. There's like 17 different cameras that we're looking at. It's stressful. It's stressful.
It's stressful.
I don't know
more.
what kind of moan it was. I'm still trying to figure out. Oh boy.
Just drink more and it won't be
Oh
stressful.
boy.
And he turned off the lights. So,
Oh boy.
see, that's what you get for saying it was stressful.
Then it gets dark.
And here we go. And we have flashing
Then-
lights, which
then
means
the
we're burning in hell.
flames. Then the
I mean,
flames.
all of that. He said that. He said
Yeah.
that. He did that. Selma said, you don't look stressed.
Yeah.
He looks very relaxed, does he not?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of moan that was. I was
It was. I heard it. I want you to know that my ears are attuned
Wait,
to moans.
were we talking about the pork? If I moaned about the pork, then yes, because
No.
I don't do
we
that.
were talking about the cinnamon sticks.
You know, there's a delay though, so I didn't know.
Let me talk about some other garnishes. Let's talk about chocolate. Chocolate is good. I like chocolate. So we have dark chocolate, which is really good with whiskey because
Was that
it
a
kind
moan
of.
or what? I was.
That was the is a little
okay,
different.
because I was
Like,
in agreement.
okay, you were in agreement.
Yeah.
So this is Ghirardelli, which Ghirardelli is superior chocolate. Let me just say that. A lot of people think Godiva's the one. Ghirardelli is the best. I'm a baker. I use this in my baking. It is very good. So this is can be shaved. You could break it up. Just having, a couple of bites of it in between the whiskey. A lot of times when you go to tastings, they'll have chocolate. Dark chocolate is supposed to be better with whiskey. Dark chocolate is not really, really my thing. I like milk chocolate better, but I like all chocolate. Just saying.
So are we supposed to break some of this chocolate off into the drink?
We can break it off into the drink or we can taste it. I wanted to ask you, what did you want to do?
You only have dark chocolate?
No, we have some milk chocolate too.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
getting to
I
that.
prefer the milk chocolate.
Okay.
I'm soft.
Lord have mercy.
These palm olive hands.
These palm olive hands. So, but I'm opening the dark chocolate because this is what I want us to do. Seriously.
Yes.
Why don't you take a small pinch off
So you're
of that?
going to make
I'm
me
gonna
have
make you.
the dark chocolate.
Just a small pinch. Small
just a
pinch.
pinch.
Just a pinch. Okay, that's
This
good.
is good?
It's good.
Y'all see that,
Okay.
right?
It's just a pinch.
I pinched it.
But while we're doing this, is you know
pinched
how
it.
usually we eat the crackers in between to cleanse our palate?
Wine tastings, yes.
Yes, you do it with whiskey also.
You didn't
to
give
cleanse.
me that the first time we did.
We did do
Oh,
that.
yeah, we did have the crackers. Sorry. Okay, so what am I doing here?
And here we go. So we are going to,
Do I have to nose this too?
you don't have to nose it. We're just going to eat a very small piece of it.
Along with the whiskey.
Okay. And now we're going to take a shot. And we're going to see how does it change the flavor profile of our whiskey. So you need a fresh shot. See, you see I still got the same shot.
The exact same shot from a half hour ago. Just want to let y'all
This
know
is
how
my
it's going
show.
down in here.
Just saying.
All right, so
We gonna work on that
not
pour.
whiskey. Dark chocolate tends to be kind of bitter for me.
Correct.
But since I've had a few, that chocolate was actually kind of tasty.
Because you've been drinking whiskey. So let's take a little taste. And I want you to see if this changes the flavor
Happy
of the
thirsty.
whiskey. We're drinking some whiskey on Thursday. It changed it slightly.
Slightly.
I agree. It improved it just a little bit.
Just a little.
Okay. So my point being is sometimes the chocolate in between, when you go to a tasting, it actually improves the flavor of the whiskey.
Okay.
So when you go to the distillery a lot of times and you're, having the chocolate and doing all of that, you're a little bit more inclined to buy the whiskey, to be perfectly honest, because it tastes a little bit better. A little trick,
Yeah, I'm not
and they
sure
don't tell
about-
you that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
buckle up, Stormy.
So, we're going to do some milk chocolate.
Oh, shiggity.
So this is from a place here in
That's what I'm
Atlanta
talking
called Greens. And Greens is a candy store. They have all types of wonderful things. And reach in there. I promise you this, I'll give it. Reach in there.
Can I take the whole thing?
Take the whole thing. So I want you to hold that up to the camera so they can see what it looks like.
Yeah, because now I'm confused.
Okay. So you all see that?
Caramel.
It is chocolate, but it is a orange peel dipped in chocolate. So orange peel garnish, which I cut up, shaved, and made it all pretty. But it's an orange peel, and it is dipped in milk chocolate. And I thought that this would be a really great garnish. I went in Greens the other day, and I just saw these and decided I wanted to try it because it looked interesting. So we're going to try these. And I actually gave one of these to
Am I
Kayla.
holding my mine the wrong way?
Well, I'm holding mine because, if you keep holding it, between your hands, it's going to melt.
Chocolate's going to melt.
Right.
Okay, so I need to switch this bad boy up.
Right.
Okay, and what were we supposed to do with this? This is a orange
This is
peel.
an orange peel. Now,
Not dried orange like from Trader Joe's.
well, I mean, it probably is. It looks kind of dry to me. But it's an orange
But
peel
it's the
dipped in
peel.
chocolate. It's the peel. It's the peel. So just like that. But I'm sure dried or dehydrated, right? And then they dipped it in chocolate. So let's try this.
Now?
Yeah. Now we're gonna take a bite of this.
Okay.
What do you think? I like these.
Okay, hold on. That was actually kind of tasty.
Surprisingly, right? Because you wouldn't think orange peel
Yeah.
and chocolate necessarily would, go well together, but they actually do. They pair nicely. So let's take a shot of whiskey.
Oh, no, Somers, this is all right.
Yeah.
Marcia No Brady. Welcome.
Hey, Marcia,
I don't
how
know
you doing?
I don't know how we missed you. We've been drinking. Listen, it's like 19 cameras in here. It's like Illuminati is following us all over the place.
You don't know where to look.
We don't know where to look. I'm looking at every camera.
He just looking
Every
around. He
camera is
just
like 7 screens.
scanning the room, looking at the speakers,
Right. We
looking
ain't
at the
even-
windows,
and
looking
we
up
ain't
at the
even
lights.
get to the bras yet.
Yeah, and we haven't even talked about the bras. So let's take a little bit
Yeah,
of
this wasn't
bit of
bad.
liquor.
This right here wasn't bad.
This is
Wait,
good,
what am I
right?
supposed to do with this?
We're gonna taste
Am
the
I
liquor.
dipping it?
No, if you want to, you can.
That sounds
Whatever
like,
you want.
thug shit.
Dip it in there.
Dip it in there?
Dip it.
That's what a thug would do.
He said that's what a thug would do. So I'm going to try it too. Okay. That's good. I like it. Hey, Keith, how you doing?
Keith. We're getting to the bras.
We are. We're getting to the bras.
I'm an
I promise.
expert.
It's coming up. Okay,
I
what
was
you think?
just told I was an expert about 43 minutes ago, but we're getting there.
This is making this whiskey taste better and better. I'm
No,
sorry.
Miss
The
Yvonne,
chocolate
this is all
doing
right.
it.
No, this here. I was skeptical.
But it's good.
It seemed like a setup.
Now,
But
would I
this
do
one
that
here,
to
this
you?
is a winner. This is one of the best things I've ever experienced up in here in Lock and Key Media.
What?
And I've been here many a day. Don't tell K-Lock though, because he makes these smoked wings.
All right. Moni said she was wondering what this has to do with bras and bows. Garnishes, Moni. Garnishes. Isn't the bow on the bra garnishes?
Stay woke, sister. You gotta get the angles right.
Yeah, garnishes.
Where E double go? You gotta put them on. The numbers gotta be precise.
So, yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so I think it makes this whiskey taste even better.
Y'all have no idea how many screens we got.
What? I mean,
Streaming on Twitch, DJing on Twitch is hard enough. DJ Tank, chime in, please. By all means, any other streamers. This streaming period is difficult. And when it's just one camera, because like it's that and then the chat and then the comments and then people like emotes be going everywhere and you get distracted. But here, oh, ladies and gentlemen.
All type of stuff.
Just whatever you do, type whatever it is that you're putting in the chat like 2 times so we can check it out.
So just so we can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Keith.
So take a little bit of whiskey after you finish that and tell me,
Oh, I gotta drink some more?
this is a drinking show. That's kind of what we do on here.
All right.
Isn't that why you came over here to drink with me and talk about bras because you're a bra expert
In theory,
and a maker's expert?
In theory, it sounded so simple. But
And
now
yet-
that I'm here,
And yet. Okay,
that was really tasty. That was
go Greens, right?
Go Greens. I don't know where Greens is, but I'll.
It's in downtown Decatur, here in Atlanta, Georgia, right on Ponce de Leon.
I told you I'm a teacher thug. I don't go in those parts.
Okay, come on.
Happy thirsty.
That made that taste even better. I'm sorry. Yeah, see, now I can drink it. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of other garnishes,
Oh no!
and then we're gonna talk about some bras.
K-Lock, the wings are outstanding, but this orange
Orange,
dipped chocolate
orange. You gotta
Peel
say it like they do in the ATL
with
now.
the French oaked 46 makers. Yeah.
Orange. So, other garnishes, right? I talked about bitters last week. So this is a box of bitters. Have you ever had a drink made with bitters?
Yes.
Okay.
Aren't Manhattans made with bitters?
Yes, they are. Okay. You
Stay
are
woke.
You is smart.
Stay woke.
You is kind. You is important. So bitters are a garnish. So that can be something that's very good.
Wait, what else is in a Manhattan? And you said it the last time you streamed.
Yeah.
So
I
you
don't,
gave
I don't
the
like
whole,
Manhattans.
That's how I got introduced to makers. I was at Justin's. Brand new to Atlanta. I thought I was doing big shit.
Oh.
And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to go to Justin.
And you're going to get a Manhattan.
I had hair at the time. I had.
Wait a minute. No, and then you
wasn't
went like
just
this,
hair.
like, wait a minute, was it long?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
had-
why you doing that?
Yeah, I
like,
had-
you
I-
had long hair?
I
Like,
had locks for 20 years.
really?
Yeah.
And look at you now.
Look at me now.
Can I just say, I like the
Can't-
bald head. Bald heads are
Thank
very,
you.
they're, bald heads are very sexy to me.
You gotta
So,
keep it. You
had
gotta
a
keep it
shag?
sheened. Yeah.
had a shag?
My God. All right.
You had a mullet?
Talented and gifted. Y'all can go ahead and chime in right now.
I mean,
Talented and gifted. If you have been to the after school special, I say this every stream.
You had a shag. Now,
I'm
wait a minute.
super
Wait.
80s. I am super duper 80s. I'm so 80s, but I never had a curl.
I said a shag. That's different.
I never had a curl.
You never had a curl.
But
yeah,
I did.
see, Marcia said yes. Bald heads are very sexy.
I had a shag, and I used to pet it.
Ooh, did you like brush it for the waves and
My
stuff
God,
too?
I did everything to that shag.
Oh my God.
I treated that shag like family.
See, Marcia said bald and bearded, like family.
Yeah, you had to pet it.
Well, listen,
And keep it right.
you're getting the ultimate compliment. Bald and bearded.
I
agree.
I'm thinking about bringing the shag back.
Don't bring the shag back. We like the bald head. You know,
beard.
it looks very nice.
See the beard with the shag.
No, we don't want that.
It'd be Bobby Brown.
We don't want
New
that.
Edition all over again. Ralph Tresvant up in this piece, vicious.
We don't want that. Moving on.
Are we ready for the? Are we ready for the balls?
We're just gonna talk about some other stuff. We almost to the bras,
I'm an
right?
expert.
So listen, you can rim. I did say that with sugar.
Damn. All right. We were doing good. We were doing good for a good. It was a strong 4 minutes.
Listen.
4 minutes. We didn't have the lights turned off at all.
We didn't for 4 minutes, but we have talked about dipping the tip, putting your finger in it. We've been popping cherries.
I've dipped the tip. I've dipped the tip a few times.
We've done all of that, and now we're talking about rimming.
Unapologetically.
Unapologetically, no pause. So you can use sugar or salt to rim the glass. So these are some very pretty sugars. That's a gold one. And this is a lovely silver. So you see the way he said, So basically what you do is you will take the sugar and you will just shake it onto a plate. And this is a champagne coupe.
Okay.
I'm just using this as the example. But you can take anything that will moisten the rim. And yes, I said that. Simple syrup. A lemon wedge, water, whatever you want to use as your lubricants. He snorted. Did y'all hear that shit? He snorted. Just a tip, moist, yes. Moisten the rim.
All right, listen.
Take your glass.
It's the word moist. I can't take it. You don't
like moist? We talked about this last week.
I know we did, and it's every time. And anytime I stream, I get there.
You don't like moist?
There's not a sentence that anybody in the chat can type right now with the word moist in it, where I can behave like I have any form of sense.
Okay,
Go ahead, y'all try it.
He said, "Try it. Go ahead and test it
out."
out."
Not moisten, not moisture.
Okay,
the word
moisten
moist.
the rim and then dip
Moist.
the tip.
Just the word moist. There's
Lube.
nobody.
It's the oyster
Exactly,
part of moist.
Psalmist.
Is that the part that gets you all?
It brings out the childhood in me like you would not believe.
Missy Vaughn got a moist emoji.
Shout out.
Shout out, Miss Yvonne.
Shout out to DJ Spinner. I know exactly where you got that from,
The cake is moist. London said the cake is moist. But anyway, you put it on a plate, spin it around, get your sugar right there on the tip of the glass.
Are you literally at
rimming?
Miss C. Cruz, are you seriously asking me right now if I like my cake moist?
He said, we got him turning his lights off and on, Keith. I love it.
Are you asking me that right now? As if I'm supposed to stay. I'm supposed to be mature with that sentence?
Oh
my
cakes.
God. My cakes. You want my
So you can moisten your rim and
you can
sugar
moisten
it.
the rim.
You can with sugar or salt or whatever, sprinkles, whatever the hell you want to moisten the rim with. You can rim it.
Moisten your rim.
Moisten your rim.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Before
you
do
anything. Tomorrow's Friday. It's the last day of the week. Before you do anything, before you leave the house tomorrow, make sure that you moisten your rim.
Is moisten like a Don King Tigger word? Moisten. What kind of shit is that? Moisten. You know, moisten.
Moisten your rim.
Moisten. Now we're moisten. Moisten.
Moisten. I'm saying it correctly. I teach English.
Okay. Oh my God. I don't. Can I just say the screen came up and something was being typed and Man, the whiteboard of my mind really went someplace because he
Marcia
started
O'Grady?
typing it and I saw something else. Let me
Marcia?
just, yeah. Okay,
Lock
so
and Key Media. You don't want to ask them anything right now. You don't want to ask him not a thing right now.
so we're about to get Sage down for, yeah. So, just a couple of other things I want to say on these garnishes, right? Because I believe we've, this has been derailed. So I want to talk about how you skew, poke, whatever, your garnishes. So, here we have some lovely little fancy picks. The picks are a little bit longer.
Why didn't you use those for the cherries?
I should have, shouldn't I? I didn't even think about that. These are longer than regular toothpicks. So that's the reason why they're good. Like this is a little set of decorative ones. And these came from the Dollar No Mosto. I call it the Dollar No Mosto because the shit don't cost $1 no more.
Ever.
Well, I mean, now it's $1.25, so it's the Dollar No Mosto.
Everything is $2.
But these were $1.25 at the Dollar No Mosto. But you see, they're very pretty, and I could see them looking very cute in our glasses, on our drinks.
What is our
So
topic
this is just some
again?
fancy stuff that you could do for your drinks, your garnishes, right?
All right, so we have juice. That's the only thing I haven't seen yet.
So that's because that's what I'm gonna be drinking in a minute when we get down to these bars and
For the
bras.
record, she's had one shot.
I did. I had one shot for the record. So so let's talk about these bras, because that's really what we're here for, right? We are here to talk about bras. So I want to give you all a little bra history because I found out some stuff about bras.
The important stuff.
Important stuff about bras. It was invented in 1910 by Mary Phelps Jacob, also known as Carice Crosby. That was her business name. And she made it out of 2 handkerchiefs and some ribbon to wear under an evening dress. And she patented the invention in 1914. But there is evidence of bras going as far back as the Bronze Age. And then, of course, they have evolved, right? So you had corsets in the 16th century because they thought that was very flattering to the female shape, to have everything pushed up, the waist to be small, the hips to be flared.
The patriarchy.
Yes, most definitely.
Stay woke, sister.
Stay woke. In the 20s, it was the flat binded look that the flappers wore. They wanted to downplay the breasts.
The flappers.
Then in the 50s, they had the bullet bra. And you know the reason why they had bullet bras? Because the women worked in the factories. And the bullet bra was to protect them from the machinery, to protect their breasts. That's the reason why they were pointed and had all of that padding in them. Isn't that interesting?
It is, but where's the protection?
The protection was, keeping your breasts from catching on fire or getting caught in the machinery. Because I guess the bra, the pointed part of the bra would get ground up.
It was not flammable.
I don't know about that part. Now you're asking too many questions. Now.
I'm just asking.
You're trying
I'm
to go
asking
deep.
because I'm the expert.
Okay, because you
But
are
go
the
ahead.
expert. Okay, so since hot tits, right?
Thank you, Cruz.
Then in the 70s, they went to a more natural look. So the
Natural.
bras got a little bit softer and more shaped like the actual breast. Now, of course, we know we have all types of stuff. You got push-up and you got sports bras and all of that. That's where we are now, right? So the bow, the ribbon, that's what intrigued me, right? Because remember I told you, what do? I cut all of my bows off of my bras. See that? That's 2 that I cut off the bras because I'm like, why do we have a bow on this? I don't need this shit. I'm not a 3rd grader. This ain't a training bra. My dog actually had these and he tossed them up for his stuffed animal hose. And yeah, he gives them as gifts to his stuffed animal hose. So anyway, I got those. I recovered those. So a pink one and a black one. But the ribbon was for pre-elastic days. So before elastic was discovered or created, the ribbon would pull the bra together. and they would tie it in the front. Also, the busk on the corset, which the busk are the two different sides, and you had whaleboning, it was tied together with a ribbon. Also, before they had lights.
Oh, wait, hold on. Because I want to make sure that the audience, I know.
Okay.
They don't know.
Okay.
But I know.
Okay.
So bras during these times used to be front fitting.
Yes.
As opposed to in the back.
It could be pulled over the head.
With the bows.
With
the
the
bows
bows.
that were functional.
The bows were functional
Right.
because they
I'm
drew
just trying to
everything
help-
together.
I'm just trying to help the
people.
audience to understand.
Okay. Thank you for that because they need that
You're
clarity.
welcome, because I'm an expert.
Yeah, they need that. So, and then it tied the busk on the corset together. And then also because they couldn't see, there was no lights for a long time.
Right.
They got dressed in the dark. They could feel the ribbon and they could tie it in the front.
Because it was right there.
Because it was right there.
Right.
So that is the purpose of the ribbon back in the day.
Right.
Right? Back in the day. Okay, so we had a twitch, so we gonna just keep on going, but then we gonna go back and recap because I know y'all missed that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
So-
get the people right.
Okay, and everybody's back. Y'all are back with us.
Yeah, exactly, Cole.
Okay.
Cole,
So
listen, we're not
she said,
playing.
F them bras.
Right.
Okay. No, we had twitched.
Now, if for some reason something happened to your stream, just refresh. You'll be right back with us because we're talking about things that are important, ladies. And
Right.
I'm an expert.
And he is an expert. It is very important. Yes, Miss Yvonne, so you wouldn't put your bra on backwards or your corset on backwards. So what I said was pre-elastic days, the ribbon tied everything together because they didn't have the elastic that would, hook in the back and keep everything in place, right? So the ribbon would tie the cups together. And then also getting dressed in the dark, the ribbon in the front will let you know you were putting your underwear on properly, right? Because pre-lights, you're trying to get dressed in the dark or by candlelight. That's the reason why. Then later on, they said it was to hide the seam where the cups are sewn together. So I was like, what? So I went and got a couple of my bras and looked at them. And sure enough, I could see a seam in some of them. And the ribbon was right there, where the ribbon that, I had cut off was right there.
Psalmist, I was just making sure everything was in place. But please, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, okay. But now it's mainly decorative.
Correct.
So we have a poll. And I would like to ask you all, Cruz, will you please put up the poll? Do y'all like the bow? You saying no to the bow? You F the bow? You just want the breast? What you want? So Cruz, if you can please put the poll up. We're gonna swing on the poll for a minute.
We need to.
And I want to see what you all think about this.
Mm-hmm.
And while you all ponder this, I am going to reveal what I have on underneath this sweatshirt.
Y'all ain't ready.
Y'all ain't ready. Plus, I'm hot as hell.
I'm not ready. I don't even know how we got here.
Not your average guy said I came in just in time for the poll action. So let's get the poll up. Let's do that. Stormy said, "Do we have stripper music?" Stormy, you want music for everything, right? So yeah. So Malik, I want you to talk to the people.
Okay.
They
What are
gonna
we
get the
talking
poll
about?
up. We're talking about do you like the bow?
Okay.
Do you don't really care about the bow? Do
Okay.
you want the bow? Do you just want what's under the bra? I mean,
Oh,
what
okay.
is it? So,
All right, so-
talks to the people about that because they need to know about that.
Me being an
Okay.
expert, which K-Lock,
Okay.
what camera am I looking at? That one?
Oh, Lord, here we go.
All right, listen. Twitch. Brown Whiskey Woman followers. In regards to what was the question?
Do you like the bow? Do
The
you
bow.
not like the bow on the
Listen,
bra?
the
Doesn't
bow.
matter.
All right, look. Listen, the bow is essential for bras because if there wasn't a bow, then from a male perspective, is all I'm saying. And fellas, let me know. Psalmist, you're asking a lot of questions. DJ Tank, follow along with me. I know it's a long road. The bow on the bra. What it does for us is it allows us to understand how much of a gift the boobies are. Miss Yvonne, I don't know what's going on with you. The bow, all right, if I were Jamaican, it would be bow. But I was born in Harlem. Listen, the bow is what, in regards to in 2000, I'm only talking about 2000. I'm only talking about 2023. Okay? Because the bow's changed. You already heard. You heard what she said. The bow. Look, listen. Me being the expert, I got to drink. So I can explain this correctly.
That's the snort.
Exactly, Psalmist. I don't know why she keep talking over me. Y'all don't hear it. But it's over in it's and I'm trying to get y'all information. I'm trying to be real here. All right, listen, the bows.
Okay. Let's talk about the poll. Let's just talk about the poll while you work that out.
What was the poll?
This right up there. Bra with bow and extras. Bra with bow and extras.
Hold on, but K-Lock, this is where I sent y'all the video. I sent Lisa the video. She said it was too much. This would have been a perfect segue so I could get my thing together. I could be the expert that I was chosen to be on this day.
Y'all, he is crying real live tears. His face is wet. So let's talk about the poll before we.
I didn't finish.
No, we just gonna go. We're gonna go to the poll. We're gonna go to the poll. Okay. The poll just went away. I think it said F the bra though. Nobody gives a shit about the bow. Like, y'all don't care if there's a bow or not a bow or anything, right? Like, y'all just don't care. Y'all just like F the bra, right? So
listen, not your average guy. Listen, the bow is essential.
The bow is essential. So
because see, if you have the bow, there's levels to this. Okay.
Okay,
so,
we're gonna let him explain this and work this out.
So when you have a bow on the boobies, even though you get it from the back, you got to go to the back and get them properly unrestrained. But this is where y'all need to stay woke.
We get it from the back now.
If you had, because you get it from the back. Ladies, if you understood what I was saying, fellas, you know what I was saying.
Getting it from the back. Yeah, we all understand
Thank
that.
you, Lock and Key. Look, if you were able to, like in the olden days when you could just undo from the front, you could still stay focused on what's in front of you. But now you got to like do all of this, and that's a distraction. That's all I'm saying. You got to stay woke.
But this is the thing. It's like dudes that can just like unhook that shit in like one swift move, right? Like, I mean, they
And pardon the tears, I get passionate.
So
I get passionate.
He's passionate because the reason why he's passionate, y'all, is because
You gotta protect. Listen,
because
stay woke.
It's getting it from the back. It's he had to take a drink. He had to just take a whole shot. And you see how you just slam that down on there, y'all.
Because I'm passionate. You can't be mad at me because I want to look out.
So
You said there were napkins somewhere.
Let me get you right.
How did we end up with the lights out? I'm just trying to help Ike, like Ike the one that need help.
Oh, I had to get him some tissue for his face. So
Cause,
anyway,
cause it's for the people.
So
And that's where I get
Keith. So Malik, shall we share with the rest of Twitch what
All right.
what it looks like?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the people need to know.
The people need to know. Y'all
That's
ready?
what I've been trying to verbalize.
I've
I've been trying to explain it, but you could just show them.
We can just show them, and yeah. So okay. So y'all. Here we go. Let's do it.
Let them know.
I mean,
Let them know. This is what I've been trying to say. I couldn't put it in words because let them know.
what y'all think? Is this bow big enough? What y'all think? I mean, this is a big ass bow, right? So yeah. I mean,
see, y'all thought it was an easy conversation. I wasn't stammering for nothing.
I mean,
I wasn't sitting here just stammering just because. I'm trying to tell y'all some real shit. Look at the bow.
look at you like the color? You like the color of the bow? Is that good? Is that y'all? Miss Yvonne.
We just can't get right up in this motherfucker tonight. We just can't get right.
He said, we just can't get right up in this motherfucker. That was it. That was
The bow,
it.
not your average guy. Listen, the bow is serving its purpose. It's doing what it's supposed. It's giving what it's supposed to give.
So is it?
Thank you, Keith. Keith, I'm trying to
it-
articulate this, and they don't understand how hard this is. This is difficult.
I mean,
This is difficult to try. I'm trying to show the bigger picture, and nobody's listening. Y'all laughing.
I mean, okay. So what do y'all think on a scale of 1 to 5? What do y'all give the Christmas bra with the big ass bow? Scale of 1 to 5. What do you give it?
Yeah, I need to see these numbers.
Let's see the numbers.
No, don't laugh, Stormy. Get some numbers.
So Tank gives it a 5. Miss Yvonne gives it a 3.
Miss Yvonne.
Not your average guy said he prefers tassel type bows personally. Okay, we got a 3, a -5, a 2, a 4, a -0. Damn.
Auntie Diddy, you gotta mentally remove the cotton.
So Listen, I do not like that bow.
None didn't.
You do not like it. You do
None
not like
didn't.
it in a box. You do not like it with the fox. You
None
do not
didn't.
like this bow, Sam. I am. I mean, is this a big ass bow or what? She don't like it. She don't like it in a box. She don't like it with a fox.
Listen, y'all don't
y'all-
see. You just
You-
do
you-
not see what we see over here. It is 12 different curveballs per 7 minutes. It's really
is.
bad.
And you know, last week we talked about the 2 C words that I don't care for.
Exactly, Psalmist. All right, you got to get back on the mic.
Okay. So
I don't know if they can
listen.
hear you. Is all I'm saying.
Listen. So listen, I'm sitting down now, right? So I want to tell y'all a little story about this, right? So of course I got on like a real bra, right? Like underneath here. And I was like, okay, am I gonna have a wardrobe malfunction?
And a whole
with-
shirt.
We're putting this because see, I'm trying to keep my little liquor stream, right? So I knew I just couldn't come over here with my, just out, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm buying this bra, right, go into this place. So the woman says, I'm looking through this like bin of bras, and they had some panties attached to it, some little G-string panties. I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, I'm digging through the barrel and I'm like, okay, are there any larger sizes? Because all I really see in here are like smalls and mediums. And she said, oh no, there's some larges in there. So this is a large. And I was like, this is the littlest large I have ever seen. So she says, well, I actually had the reverse problem. I couldn't find one small enough. So I said, okay. And I looked directly at her chest. And I did say her chest. Because I was like, what? Is there just a nipple up there? Or what are we talking about here? Because,
In
yeah.
other words, that would have fit her.
Yeah, I was like, so then I put it on, over top of my shirt in the store because, I wanted to see. And it fit about like this. And so I was like, so all of this part right here is like out, right? So she says, well, yeah, it's supposed to give you, like the little demi cup, like underneath and like your breast sort of overflow. I was like, my entire tit is out. Like the entire thing is out.
Buck booty naked.
Basically. So I was like, so, and she was like, I said, are there any larger than the large? And she was like, oh no, probably not. I don't think we have any like bigger than that. So the panty, I don't know if I'm gonna show y'all the panty, but the panty is like a little G-string that came. It was like all stapled together and shit. I believe it might cover a lip, one lip, maybe. And I'm not talking about these. Just saying. So yeah. So this is my bra and my bow, and that's my story.
Right. And I'm here to verify that what she's saying is true.
Yes, because should I show the panty? Should I even bother?
Yeah. You should show the panty because
okay.
the fellas here, we need assistance.
Okay, they show it. Okay.
We
so
need help.
I'll
Empathy.
be right back.
It's all about empathy.
How about this? How about
Can
you?
I get another
Yeah.
chocolate?
Sure,
orange?
sure you can.
Okay,
you
thank
can
you.
have whatever you would like. There you go.
Thank you so very much.
So let me get the panty for y'all. Because I know y'all want to see that.
Exactly, not your average guy. I'm like, come on now. You can't just tell us what it is and then not tell us what it is or not show. All right, so Stream Elements is reminding us that there is a Maker's Mark bourbon spritz recipe. I've not had one spritz all night. I've not had nowhere close to a spritz. I don't even know what a spritz is when it comes to Makers. But that's the featured beverage for the evening.
It is fancy. The reason why we're not making it is because he don't like fancy drinks. He's a straight bourbon drinker. So I was like, we don't need to do that shit. I'll just put it in the chat, and if y'all want to make it, you can. So look, this is the panty. Y'all look at that. Y'all see that? Okay, and can I just say this? This is the tag, right? So that's the tag. So that goes in the back, right. And this is the front. And I'm like, okay, even if we turn this around this way, because I'm like, isn't this the way this would go? Wouldn't this be trying to cover the front? I don't know. This was very confusing to me. This was stapled to this little, whatever you want to call this. Okay. So exactly, Miss Yvonne. And listen, y'all, it ain't nothing behind me except for my shirt. Okay. You know, like if I put my cell phone in my pocket, my britches will fall down. And I did say britches. But this right here, I mean, what?
So
what we doing?
As the expert, if I can hop in.
Yes, please hop in on this. And I feel like at this point, I want you to hop in and yeah, let's talk about the anatomy of that.
All right. So,
does the tag really go in the back? First of all, do you think that? Like, you think this is the front? You see, I had it like the tag, right?
So this is the front.
Uh-huh.
This is the back.
I mean, it's got a tag, so I'm assuming
right,
yes.
So the tag's in the front. So I don't know. First of all, I don't know how we got afraid to just rip the tags off. You just take this motherfucker off and then you're good money.
He said you good money.
Yeah, after that, you good money because this right here, you just had this. You had this here, and it's just an easy bam.
Okay, so LaWanda is educating us. She said the tag is in the front because it's a G-string.
Exactly,
and that's
LaWanda.
What some of them do.
That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, so let me just
you
tell
didn't allow
y'all.
me to say that.
Look,
LaWanda, if she gave me a minute, I would have said that.
I just read it. That's all. Look at here now. Look at Linda.
But she didn't give me an opportunity to say that.
Okay, that's right. He's the expert, LaWanda. So we're not supposed to say anything.
Because that's the reason why I'm here.
Okay, that's the reason. So that's
why I was hired.
That is why you were hired. I pay him in drinks.
So let's just assume that this.
And I want you to like the law.
So.
Exactly, Stormy. All of that shit is uncomfortable.
Let's just assume that this is the front. This is what I'm saying. The patriarchy is trying to help.
Okay.
Because if this is all labor intensive, all up on your crotch area.
I'm sorry. That got me.
What we're trying to do as men. Keith, help me out.
Okay.
DJ Tank, help me out.
Keith, it is on point.
Help me out. But gentlemen, help me out. I think E-Double just left. He couldn't.
He just said. He just said.
He just said, nah.
F that.
Listen. What we're trying to do is we're trying to help by alleviate the stress of having all this up on you. Because see this here? Like, who wants all of this on you like that? Like, nobody wants all of that. So we're trying to easily just bring it down and around so that you can have your freedom. Because the more you got your freedom to move, you can be comfortable around us.
All of this comfortable and yeah.
I'm just trying to help, Psalmist.
I mean, and the way he said, I want to slide it around, and he just slid it around the mic.
But
I saw that.
You saw how gentle I was with the. First of all, my hands, they palm olive now.
Okay.
These are already good and soft, so all I'm trying to do. Shit.
Okay, not your average guy said comfort for them and access for us. Can I just say
it's more comfort though.
Okay, can I ask the women, a question because there's lots of women in here. Like personally, I really feel like lingerie is like not comfortable for the most part, right? And the reason why I did garnishes, because somebody mentioned this, garnishes are like the lingerie of drinks to me. Those are those little extra things that you kind of add. They might add something, they might not, right? I feel like lingerie.
Eventually you have to get rid of them.
Yes, you do have to get rid of them. So I feel like lingerie,
For the better of society.
for the most part, is not comfortable. However, I will say this. I understand that for some women, they wear it and they say they feel sexier in it and it makes them feel more attractive. I know some men really like it. I mean, you know, if I like you, I do it. But for the most part, I'm just like, I mean, can I just be, you know, butt ass naked? Or just have on a t-shirt or something? I mean,
all right, so I'm 50.
Just,
and
okay.
if you're not 50, you probably don't understand this.
Okay.
Naked is better. Like, you don't need this. This right here is a lot. The whole...
See, I knew I liked it, you.
Look at the bow, y'all. Just look at the bow right quick. Come on now, this... That's your side. Listen, the bow, look. The bow is excessive.
The bow is excessive.
We're not trying to... All the exercises
I love
and
that,
all
Auntie.
the extra... Yeah, Auntie, thank you. Listen, this is a lot for us. For us to try to help you, we just trying to help you.
Yeah. I mean,
So as an expert in the field,
Not Your Average Guy said. Did you see that?
panties double?
No, t-shirt and
Just
panties.
t-shirt.
Like just a t-shirt, right? Just skip it. But
Just
not your
t-shirt.
average guy.
No, yeah.
I do realize that men are visual. A lot of
Stirs
women, a
the
lot of
soul.
women,
Salute.
yeah,
Hampton
a lot of
University,
women are
HBCU
visual
love.
too. But I do realize that. I mean, I realize that men are visual, and it's not going to stay on. That's the reason why I said I have no objection.
But it's too much work.
But it's
is
a lot
all
of
I'm
stuff.
saying. It's a lot of work.
Okay.
Ladies, we don't need no work nowadays. We both tired. We all tired.
Everybody tired.
It's 50.
Everybody.
At
Everybody.
50,
Everybody.
there's a lot of fucking in the system.
Okay.
So at this stage, it's literally like, where we at? Oh, okay, that's where we are. What's the easiest route to get to the destination?
I agree. Hey, Miss Riz. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Miss Riz.
Okay, yes.
I'm gonna try to behave
Simon
now.
said, I don't mind setting up a visual, but if you're good without it, so am I.
All right, so
okay.
so
I
who said
agree.
that? Thomas, listen. For the visual, I'm telling you, t-shirt, no drawers is all we need. All of this is a lot. This was good 20 years ago.
Okay.
T-shirt.
Yes, Miss Riz, you did come in at the right time.
Yeah.
You did.
Yes, Miss Riz.
did.
Thank you for being here, because you always go there in your stream. Stirs, how goes it, good sir?
Hey, Stirs.
Oh, man, Stirs is here.
So we have a discussion slide. We have a question that
Oh, we do?
leads into this.
I
And
didn't
I'm
know
gonna-
anything about this,
I
y'all.
am going to leave you to have this discussion with the peoples. We're going to put the discussion slide up.
And we're
I
gonna
want
have a
you to
spritz.
you're going to have a discussion. No, we're not making
I'm
this-
going to have the
We
discussion.
ain't having no, you're going to have a discussion.
All right, are y'all
And I'm going
ready?
to join in because I am going to go and get some ice.
Excellent. Here, you can take that with you.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a lot.
And he told me take this with me. I'll
That's a lot.
Put that
Miss
right
Yvonne,
there.
thank you. That's where we are with
Okay.
it. Okay, so
There we
do
go.
you want me to do this one
Yes,
here? Okay,
please
so
do
this
that.
is from the whiteboard of my mind and with my friends in mind. Here's your 3-minute discussion topic, and I'm going to try my best to not say a fucking thing. I will probably epically fail. Or longer if she needs a bunch of ice, which is what she's supposed to be getting. What is your favorite non-lingerie? Come and get it wearable. Come on, be creative. Now we need look. We don't need the school answer. We don't need the answer that okay, well, I'm trying to be conservative. Fuck you, conservative, right about now. What we're trying to get to is the bottom line. What is your favorite non-lingerie? Come and get it wearable. Is it a hoodie? Is it a ladies? Y'all. Yeah. 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 Okay.
They don't.
DJ Guzzle, salute. Please follow DJ
Hey, Guzzle.
Guzzle.
So what were
Oh,
some
we
of the
missed some shit.
responses? Give me a summation.
Okay, so the bottom line here, Miss Brown Whiskey Woman, Lisa the X, is the majority of the people who follow you and who attend all of the shenanigans in the chat, they're freaky.
Oh, I know that. That's why I like them.
But they do get moisturized. They don't do this ashy.
Moisture is good, and it's
Moisture is
really,
awesome
really bad
on the outside
to
and
do
the
with ashy.
inside, but they are well moisturized when they participate in the shenanigans.
Okay. All right. Mr. Riz said a crochet top and boy shorts. That sounds cute.
I don't know about the crochet. That sounds kind of ashy, Miss Riz. Sounds like
The boy shorts sound real
sounds
cute.
like the nipples will take a little bit of punishment on that.
It could be soft crochet. It could be good. I mean, I think it would be all right.
What other crochet material is there besides yarn?
But I'm saying they have soft yarn.
Why are you still wearing that? You were supposed to have that off before we came back.
Okay, he said take it off.
Yeah, wait, how do you have to take it off from the back?
It actually goes
Or
over
in
the
the front?
head. It goes over the head.
Oh, you put it over your head.
Yes, it goes over the head. Anyway. So yeah, I just decided I'll just
Thank you, K-Lock, because I was. Thank you, Stirs. Thank you, Stirs. Thank you.
Yeah, see, London said they have soft yarn. And London, like, she crochets and knits and shit. She knows. Like,
Yeah.
she does all of that. So she knows, right?
So there's specialty silk yarn out here nowadays, is what you're telling me.
London,
Silk yarn.
do you care to elaborate upon the soft yarns that are out there?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know what yarn we're talking about here.
We're talking about yarn that can be
the
used for the
conversation
crochet
went-
top. Yeah, I mean, this is what we do here. We're either in our fields or we're talking about sex, or we're in our fields
Yes,
and
Psalmist, I
talking
did.
about sex. Both.
Yes.
All of it.
Yes. Anything Janelle Monáe does, I wholeheartedly approve of.
See? What? Wait a minute. Linda said I'm telling her business. I mean, you do crochet and knit and shit. Don't you do all of that? I mean, is that a secret? We're in our fields while trying to Copperfield. So anyway,
Yarn. Using yarn.
using yarn.
We're talking
right.
about crochet.
Exactly.
Crochet is yarn.
Blue Majesty, 8th grade. We elevated to like 12th grade today because like we had to put an advisory on the stream and everything saying we were talking about sex and I cussed and all of this stuff. Twitch got all these guidelines and shit that they want me to follow. Like rules. I'm not good at rules. Guidelines, maybe, but rules, not so much.
Blue Majesty, we tried.
We did. We tried.
We tried. We threw on the OJ gloves and took a stab at it.
Okay. We really did. So look, I got something fancy.
And there go the lights again.
I got something fancy to show y'all, right? So have you ever had a smoked cocktail?
What kind of smoke?
This is like just
What strain?
Look, no, I ain't talking about that.
Oh, shit. Chemistry sets. Okay, let's get it.
Okay, so
What are we doing with this? What's happening?
I'm about to show y'all
Why does it
something
have to be
fancy
so
because
much?
I told you that we had some fancy
That's
stuff.
a lot. That's a lot. I've had a lot.
He's had a lot. Okay, so one of the things that I want to show you all, we usually I use a standard cocktail shaker when I'm making cocktails, but this is called a Boston cocktail shaker. So it has a little crystal glass, and you pour the drink there, put the ice in your drink, and you shake it up like that. Flip it over into the glass.
I'm not impressed. I'm
and
from
then
New
pour
York.
it. But it's called a Boston shaker.
Boston.
So I wanted to show it to you because this, if you have like a person who's really into whiskey or drinking or cocktails, this is a really nice gift for them. I bought this at Ross and it was only like $10.
D-Pen, salute, Lincoln University,
So
HBCU
very
love.
nice. Yes, first time chatter. Thank you for coming in. But what I'm really talking to you about
I'm
is,
hammered, fam.
He said he's hammered. Is the cocktail smoker kit.
The smoker.
So this is what it looks like. I bought this off of Amazon. It was like $15.
I'm going to just do ad-libs like I'm Jim Jones for the rest of the night.
Not Jim Jones. And it has 4 different types of wood.
4.
Pecan. Cherry. Oak. And apple. Okay, so it came with 4. So let me show you what the little smoker looks like. So this is the wooden part of the smoker.
The smoker.
You see the holes around there. The smoke comes through there.
Y'all see the holes?
You see the hose? See the hose? I said holes.
Y'all see the holes, right?
But you see the hose. All right. And then you have this screen where you drop the wood in the inside. You can see that. You put that down here.
I'm sorry. You first of all, K-Lock said you went kind of fast, and Miss Riz just said, we are trying to figure out all the 4 types of wood.
Oh, okay, the 4 types of wood.
What are the 4 types of wood?
Where is my fan?
Y'all hold tight, because we're going to get it together. It just takes us a minute.
Okay, 4 types of wood.
D-Pen salute. HBCU love.
Okay, come on, Marfa Luther
We're
King.
talking about wood.
We're talking about wood. So let's go over the wood again. We got 4 different types.
All right, she's going to show you, but she's going to slow the fuck down so you can show you the type of wood that we working with. Because we working with major wood up in here.
Oak. Wood. Oak.
Oak.
See that? Oak. That's 1. Oak.
Oak wood.
Pecan or pecan, depending on what part of the United States you're from and whatever you say, right?
Pecan.
Pecan or
Let's
pecan.
go cruise.
Okay. Is that slow enough for y'all asses?
Slow down. Hold on. Before you go to the next wood, some of the ladies, they need to take their time to peep the wood, type of wood they working with. You can't just breeze.
I can't breeze through the type of wood. I can't breeze through the type of wood.
Rapid fire the wood. We're not at that stage no more. Slow it down. You have to take your time and look carefully. Where your readers? If you put on your readers and saw the wood that you talking about, then you understand what the chat is going through right now. You have to take your time and look at observe the wood, embrace the wood, make the wood part of you. What's the next one?
So since it was put in the chat that I don't give a fuck about foreplay, let me slow down and pretend like I give a fuck about foreplay.
Thank you, Miss Riz.
Applewood.
Applewood.
Okay.
That just sound like good wood.
Applewood.
That just sound like wood that you take your time and you do what you need to do with that wood.
And lastly, we have cherry wood.
Cherry wood.
Cherry wood.
Did y'all see how excited I got about the cherries that she gave me some upper echelon Monticello, Monticello.
Not Monticello. Maraschino cherries. Luxardo maraschino.
Them cherries. Them type of cherries. Man, I put them things up in my mouth.
He did.
Vance Dell, salute.
Hey, Vance. How you doing, Vance?
I did my thing with them. Did y'all see how I put them cherries up in my mouth?
He popped them cherries.
Y'all ain't see what I did with them cherries?
So that is the
and
cocktail
she trying to rush through
kit.
the wood. How you gonna rush through the wood? Mouth, yes.
Let me
M-O-U-F, mouth.
Yeah, mouth. M-O-U-F, mouth.
Yeah, I don't think you were here to witness that.
He did. He slurped those cherries. Yeah. So
ladies. Ladies.
You know, eventually we're gonna get to this, but
ladies, what I did with that cherry.
Did it have a stem on it?
Who was
did
here?
it have a stem on it?
No, there's no stem.
Do you know how to tie
unfiltered?
Do you know how to tie a knot with the stem?
No.
Who knows how to do that in the chat? Like, I understand that that's something that, you know, like either you know how to do or you don't, but they can take the stem and tie a knot in it.
Not your them cherries.
Okay. So some people know how to do it. If you know how to do that in the chat, please put a 1 in the chat, because like I want to know you. Anyway, so with this smoker, right? So we have a butane torch. And I have been informed that if I set this mug on fire, that I am fully, completely responsible for it. So I'm going to do my best to not set this mug on fire. And hopefully this is going to work out all right. So I'm going to just kind of move the mic to the side.
And I'm going to supervise.
And we are smoking our cocktail.
Watch this. Wait, you're not going to rush like you did with the...
I am not going to rush.
Okay, cool. Because I want to live.
Okay. Wait a minute. I got to take the lock off. Of course, it don't want to work, right? Oh. It would help if I turned it on.
You want the patriarchy to help you out?
Yeah, I do. I do.
You sure?
I'm positive. Because obviously, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with the butane torch.
I have a lighter.
That is supposed to.
That's what I use when I want to light things. Butane torch. That goes there.
It has a lock on it, so we got to take the lock off.
Okay.
And it should
then
work.
You go right there with the thing.
Okay. Epic fail, right?
Hold on.
You scaring me?
This is not my torch. If I need to light some shit up, I bring my own.
Okay. All right. Well, he okay. Yeah, well, let me just tell you, it might be out of butane because...
That's not mine,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
It's not. It's mine. It might be out of butane. That could be possible. But basically, we are lighting the wood.
Mm-hmm. That's not there yet. It's not ready.
Hold on, let's see.
It's not ready.
Okay.
No, I can tell you.
So we're lighting the wood, and then we're going to put the...
You got to get it from underneath.
We're going to put the cover on it, and it's going to smoke our cocktail.
It's kind of like how you got to get it from the back.
Same thing, right?
Same concept. You got to get up in there from behind.
Hey, D-Man, how you doing?
D-Man, salute. Yeah.
Okay.
So you do that right there. Wait, it's not.
No.
It's not Liddy to titty.
Yes. Do you see how the smoke is going down in there?
Y'all see that? I did that.
He did that.
Patriarchy
You
wins.
all see that? So we are smoking our cocktail.
What are we doing?
We're smoking our cocktail.
That's what I
said.
said.
You all see that?
That's what I said. Y'all saw that? Yeah.
So this gives it flavor. This is going to give it a special smoked flavor.
Right.
Sorry. So can you all see that? And when the smoke dissipates, basically that means that it's ready, which means it's going to settle down into the drink.
Right. You got to let it dissipate.
All right. So you all see that. And then this is going to give our cocktail a special flavor.
Okay. It's your turn?
This is yours.
This is mine. What
That's
about yours?
So we're going to, that's going to be yours. And then we're going to smoke mine.
Okay, cool. But don't I need to?
You do?
Okay. I think we're good. Go and get this here.
The butane lighter is probably out of butane.
Now, if you've never done this before, just make sure that you pay attention to what it is that I'm doing, because I have no clue what I'm doing. I've never done this before either. But clearly it's possible through God. Amen. Right, y'all see that?
So you see that smoke going down in there?
Y'all see that right there? Y'all see how that happened?
So this is something fancy for $15. I think the butane lighter was maybe about $10.
Mo the Gemini, you got to have faith, brother. You got to listen. You have to, yeah.
So you all see that?
Right. Y'all see how that worked? God did.
So then we're going to taste our cocktail and see how it flavors our drink. So we're gonna use our little Maker's Mark coasters because we're fancy.
We're
today.
fancy.
We're
Y'all
fancy
didn't
today.
even see how we rocking
So
with this
look,
thing,
look,
man.
look
Come
at our
on now.
Maker's Mark.
It's for real up in there.
Yeah, we are.
It's not a game.
We are for real. We
It's
are for
not
real.
a game. We done smoked our drinks.
We have done all types
Like
of.
K-Lock smokes his wings and serves it to the people. How did I end up with all the shot glasses?
Okay. So cheers.
Happy
Will y'all
thir-
please put the cheers.
Happy
emote up?
thirsty.
Happy Thursday.
Happy thirsty.
We are drinking whiskey with no E. So cheers, y'all. Do you taste the smoke?
I taste absolutely nothing.
Are you serious?
Yeah. But I'm a smoker.
I taste the smoke.
Yeah, I'm a smoker, so I smoke cloves.
Okay, you smoke cloves.
Yeah, because my students might be watching.
Okay, we're going to go with that.
Real quick.
We're going to
Anybody?
add a little ice.
All the good folk. I don't want ice.
No.
Why would I
we
do
have to
ice?
we have to taste the difference.
I'm a teacher thug. Somebody in the chat, please remind Brown Whiskey Woman of my pronouns. Lord have mercy.
Let's not.
I've explained this. I'm a teacher thug. I keep my hot
Let's
glue
not.
gun on me at all times, just in case it pops off in these hallways. You never know. So the only problem is you got to plug it in, and then you got to wait for it to get hot. But once it's hot, it's on and popping.
Okay.
Thank you, Luanda.
Okay, y'all.
Thank you.
So we've talked about all types of things today. We have smoked a cocktail. We've talked about dipping the tip, putting our finger in it, popping cherries.
The only way to do it.
Bras with big ass bows on them. We've talked about all of that. So let's talk about what we got coming up next.
And then the bows. Ladies, hopefully you heard what I said about the bows. I was serious when I said it.
Oh, okay. He was serious when he said it. So
Because I was trying to help.
and he is so damn helpful.
Exactly, D-Pen. You got to dip the tip.
You got to dip the tip and put your finger in it.
You got to dip the tip, put your finger in it. And I've
AOE.
I've dipped the tip twice in my life, and it was phenomenal.
Can you turn off the lights on that, Locke?
No, he ain't gonna
anyway.
do that. Why we gotta do that?
So
Exactly, make them brighter. Exactly.
yeah, that boat.
So you can see the waves spinning. Damn, I got a bald head.
Okay, so anyway, let me just talk to you about what I got coming up next, and I'm gonna let Malik talk about what he got coming up next. Dipping tips, putting his fingers in it. So next week is the week before Christmas. So
No, it was
or
two
is it-
separate occasions.
It's
Stairs.
two. Okay, two. Separate.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Okay. Anyway, next week is my holiday show, so we are going to be making some holiday stuff. What we're going to make, I don't know, but that will be on the whatever day that's on. But I'm going to be making some holiday stuff next Thursday.
Holiday stuff.
But before that, on Saturday, Brown Whiskey Woman has curated and will be hosting the Country Christmas Raid Train.
Mm-hmm.
So on that raid train, we have a lineup of DJs. DJ Van Stella is one of them. Ebony was in here earlier. OE is also on that raid train. So it's going to be some country classics, country hip hop. I have encouraged them to be creative, have fun. I got a cowboy boot emote, I think. If I do, throw it up in the chat. But this is the lineup. Ebony ATL at 10. Club Fro at 11, DJ Brax at 12, OE at 1, Van Stel at 2, and Lockdown at 3. All
That's an
times EST on Saturday.
Impressive lineup right there.
It is an impressive lineup, and I am so grateful to these DJs because they stepped out of the box on this. I know country ain't everybody's thing. I get it. But when I asked them, they all said yes. I had some DJs that told me, no, I don't do country. I ain't doing that shit, Lisa. And I was like, okay, cool. So thank you to all of them. So I'm always trying to bring something a little bit different to Twitch. We've been on here like 4 years, and it's just time for us to do some different shit. So that will be happening on Saturday. And then I will be back on next Thursday, God willing, and the creek don't rise. So Malik, what you got going on? And then please choose a place for us to raid.
Oh snap, we raiding folk. Okay,
yeah,
so,
but tell us what you got going on before you do all of that. Tell us what you got coming up next, please.
So for me, I every Friday I run out of work. I told you all, I am an educator, but I identify as a teacher thug. I keep my hot glue gun on me at all times just in case it pops off in these rugged hallways. The only problem is you got to plug it up in order for it to get warm. But once that motherfucker is hot, it is on and popping. I just need you. It's on and popping. My pronouns are real nigga. It's
Can you tell the people what you got coming up next?
oh my bad.
I mean,
I was leading up.
Lord.
I was leading up to that. I had to
Is
build.
that-
I had to get to it. So
was that
every
your sexy
Friday.
lingerie before you get to?
No,
to-
it's every Friday. I'm trying to paint the picture.
Okay,
Trying
Picasso
to paint
that
the
shit.
picture.
Let's go.
So I leave work, and I teach and I live in the same neighborhood, so the kids know where I live, right? So I leave work, and I go directly home. We get out of school at 4:15. I try to be on and stream it at 4:30. Every Friday I stream, whether I have my daughter or whether I don't. This week I don't have my daughter. That's why I'm here and I'm able to have beverages with the brown whiskey woman. I don't know what she's doing over here, whatever drink she's trying to do.
I'm adding some pineapple juice to this.
But I'm here on Twitch every Friday, 4:30 for the after school specials. You heard the pronouns right, Miss Riz. Just respect what
Hey, Natty.
my feelings. The after school special is me and the talented and gifted. The talented and gifted include E72, Miss Hollywood Cole. They are my Dean of Cultural Affairs. We go in and we listen to classics, soul, rare grooves, hip hop, reggae, house. If you don't know what a rare groove is, come tomorrow, 4:30. I'm gonna run out of the school building like children are chasing me for Takis, so that I can get home, and honey buns, so that I can get home and stream. If you love music, let's say Stevie Wonder's your favorite. I'm not gonna play my Sharia Moore. I'm gonna play some Stevie joints that like you knew you was on punishment. That's what we do. Every Friday is the after school special. After school special, the acronym is the ASS. I didn't make it up. English made it up. Okay? So we come up in the ass every Friday at 4:30.
And that's how we ride out, coming up in the ass.
And we get in the ass and we enjoy our time there. We enjoy every moment being inside the ass together.
No pause.
as
No
a-
no pause, E-double. Why are we pausing? Yeah, exactly.
As a unit.
You know, can I just stop him for just a minute? I asked him to talk about what he had coming up, and
And
he
I'm telling you, I got the ass coming up tomorrow. The ass is on the way. Tomorrow, 4:30. We'll be there.
He
We are-
delivered an
we are
entire soliloquy. You know, I mean, it's like this is like Shakespeare. Like
what wasn't understood is all I'm saying.
we got it. Like
Tomorrow, 4:30. Where am I gonna be?
up in the ass.
All up in there.
All up in the ass.
All up in there. And I'm in there. I don't have my daughter.
He gonna be all up in there. I'm well aware, not your average guy. I'm well aware.
And then on Saturday, I start the raid train for the Star Squad family DJs. It's set it off Saturday for the Star Squad family DJs. I streamed last night for them. It was all house. Tuesday, I did the Tuesday two-step. That's a little bit more tame. But tomorrow, we got that going on. And I think I'm done after Saturday because then my daughter has a violin perform. No, she has a ballet and tap on Saturday.
Your
So
eyes
I'm
are kind of
not gonna-
squinty.
I told you I pre-gamed before I got here.
Oh, okay, you did say that.
So it's my 50th birthday, and I've been on a dispensary tour since June.
Thank you for that info.
You're welcome.
So this is what I want to say to all of you all.
Thank you. And thank you, Gmo the Gemini. Like, they don't understand.
Thank you everybody for being here. I so appreciate you for being here for this crazy ass 8th grade stream that somehow we tried to elevate to 12th grade, but I don't know. Maybe this broad just kind of, in the bow, it just kind of, I don't know. But anyway, please come back next week. I won't wear this, unless y'all just really want me to put this on, because I'm like, yeah. But anyway.
Why are you still wearing that? I'm so confused.
But, Locke, can you please show us who is on, and will you choose?
Can we do DJ Fudge? DJ
okay,
Fudge.
is Fudge up?
Club Fantastic. What time is it? It's 9:14.
We
he
gotta
just,
see.
got started.
Okay, wait. We need to see if he's on, because
No,
just
he's
because
on.
we're saying that. Okay, so Fudge is on.
Yeah, Fudge is on.
Okay, so we are going to raid over to Fudge. Please hang out with Fudge, because Fudge is dope. Y'all know Fudge is my brother. He been on
Thank you,
here.
London Michelle.
We had a hard lean. We had a laughs and all of that. But Malik, I want to say to you, thank you so much.
Oh, no. Wait, hold on.
Oh, wait.
Listen, oh, man.
Okay, he said. But anyway, while he's doing all that, I want to say thank you for being on the show with me again and being, sharing your bra expertise with us.
Yes, because I am an expert.
Because he is an expert.
And I was told that I was an expert 2 hours and 15 minutes ago before we started the stream.
Okay.
All right, so I have not a toddler whiskey. I have a for real. Wait, all right, Kayla, can I get the camera right quick, because
London, I think it's
get out. I came bearing gifts. So this is a small batch straight bourbon whiskey with an E. It has an E, because I listen.
Because
I listen.
Okay.
All right, so this is the original Irving. If you followed me before in here, I'm drunk now.
You trying to get me kicked out?
Why are you laughing at me? I'm drunk now.
Spit it on the mic.
But I am all for black-owned brands.
Yes.
I support HBCUs. I'm pro-black. I'm like, so this is the original Irving. It is a black-owned brand. Have you had before?
I have not.
Yes, I caught her, y'all. I caught her. Let's move makers out the way.
Okay.
Shine for today.
Okay.
The original Irving is a black-owned brand. It is a whiskey that I've had before. I did not like it because it was a wee bit too strong for me.
Okay.
But I know that you like stronger, bolder tasting bourbon whiskeys and whatnot. So this is the original Irving. It's a black-owned brand, and hopefully you will enjoy it. I don't want you to have any tonight, but maybe over the weekend. And I will be checking in next week to see how you liked this one. Because if you like it, I'll get you another one.
Well, thank you.
But I truly appreciate you having me and all my shenanigans, haberdashery, and tomfoolery on this Thursday. Exactly, double. And I owe my mods already, so I might be sending you a bottle of this right here. I didn't like it, but I don't know.
Okay.
You let me know, because I don't want you to drink any toddler whiskey.
Okay. Yes. And what he's referring to is whiskey that is like flash age or age for like 6 months or less or just a few years. Miss Riz coined that phrase, toddler whiskey.
Shout out to Miss Riz.
So shout out to Miss Riz. So thank you everybody for joining us. I love you all.
No,
I appreciate you being here. I mean that with everything that I am. Earlier today, somebody shared with me, that it's very important to tell the people that you love them, to say the words. And I've always been a person that says love is a verb, right? You want to show them. But I realize it's important to say it as well. So I want to tell you all that I love you. If no one has told you that today, I do love you and I appreciate you being here. So not only do I have these bows, I want to point this out. I have bows on my fingers. Look at that. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, it became very strange in here, y'all.
Okay, it did. But those are the bows on my
Good looking, E-Double. This is a great place to be.
Yes.
DJ Guzzle, thank you.
It is. So please come back next Thursday. I love you all. We are going to raid DJ Fudge. So please hang out with him. And thank you so very much. Happy holidays. I will be back next Thursday, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Love you all. Thank you so much. And thank you, Malik.
Thank you, Lisa the X Brown Whiskey.
Did I?
Would you take that shit off? She's still got this thing on, y'all. She was supposed to show y'all like she had bows. She was supposed to show y'all tonight's bow, but she didn't do that.
I did. I don't have my real bra doesn't have a bow on it because I cut that shit off. I told you. There they are.
C. Cruz, do you believe this?
I took those off.
London, do you believe this? Marcia, do you believe